Welcome to the channel, and we hope you subscribe to it to enjoy more videos. This is the story of a film called The Equalizer. Robert McCall, a former U.S. Marine and Defense Intelligence Agency (DIA) officer, now lives a quiet life in Boston, where he works at a hardware store. He helps his colleague Ralphie train to become a security guard. Unable to sleep, Robert often spends late nights reading at an all-night diner. Over time, he has befriended Terry, a teenage prostitute trafficked by the Russian mafia. The pair often talk about the books he has been reading and Robert's goal to read the 100 books his wife had made a goal of reading. One evening, Terry shares that her real name is Alina and that she dreams of becoming a singer. Robert and Alina take a stroll, but Alina's pimp Slavy abruptly arrives, hits Alina, and forces her into the car. His driver hands Robert a business card for their escort service before driving away. A few nights later, Alina is badly beaten and admitted to the intensive care unit at a nearby hospital. Upon hearing the news, Robert travels there and learns from her friend Mandy, another prostitute, that Slavy is responsible. He finds Slavy and his men at their restaurant and is bluntly refused when he offers to buy Alina's freedom. Robert expertly kills the men and leaves. Unbeknownst to him, Slavy and his men were part of a much larger syndicate led by Russian oligarch Vladimir Pushkin. Teddy Rensen, Pushkin's enforcer, arrives in Boston to investigate the attack. Aided by Boston PD detectives on Pushkin's payroll, he canvasses rival gangs in the area, nearly beating Irish mob Lieutenant Little John Looney to death to send a message. Robert continues exacting vigilante justice on criminals he encounters. He blackmails two corrupt police officers into returning racketeering money to Ralphie's mother, and beats a gunman with a hammer after he robs the hardware store, taking a co-worker's heirloom ring from her mother. Teddy kills Mandy after learning that she concealed information about Robert and lied about her friendship with Alina. He visits Robert at his apartment, posing as a police detective, but Robert does not fall for the guise. Teddy flashes a picture of the strangled Mandy before walking away, offering it as a warning. Teddy and his mercenary group fail to abduct Robert on 2 occasions. Robert travels to visit his DIA colleague Susan and her husband, Brian Plummer. Until now, it was long assumed that Robert died in a bombing incident long ago. He asks for Susan's help in identifying Teddy. She informs him of Pushkin's operation and that Teddy's real name is Nikolai Yachenko, a Spetsnaz operative turned Russian secret police agent. She also reveals that Nikolai murdered 2 of the Boston PD detectives and that one of them, Frank Masters, had not been heard from in days. Robert tracks Masters down and threatens him into helping take down one of Pushkin's money laundering warehouses. Masters and Pushkin's men are taken into custody when the police arrive, and they find a note left by Robert to follow the money. He confronts Nikolai again, threatening to do more damage if he continues to pursue him. He later destroys 2 of Pushkin's oil tankers. In response, Nikolai abducts Robert's co-workers at the hardware store to force him to meet. To Nikolai's surprise, Robert skips the meeting with Nikolai and instead kills the men guarding the hostages. Nikolai arrives with his men, whom Robert kills one by one with improvised weapons collected throughout the hardware store. As Nikolai is about to kill Ralphie, who stayed behind to help, Robert kills him with a nail gun. 3 days later, Robert finds Pushkin at his Moscow mansion, killing all his guards and tricking him into electrocuting himself to death. Sometime later, following her recovery, Alina runs into Robert. She thanks him for the money he left her, describing how she has started a new life. Inspired to continue helping others, Robert posts online ads as the Equalizer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and take care.